Welcome to Stir with Love, a podcast brought to you by Love of Food Network. Today, we're happy to bring you a new series all about San Diego. Let's get started.
Hello and welcome for the love of food. So today we're in San Diego, and San Diego is known for its amazing tacos and really fun seafood and everything. No matter where you go, it's very expensive to eat here. So if you're planning to come to San Diego, we're going to talk to you about all the amazing food that we had while we were here in San Diego. But more important, right now we're talking about Seaport Village, where you can find wonderful food that won't break the bank.
First off, I want to show you some of the most beautiful views located at Seaport Village. You'll know you're at Seaport Village because it is titled everywhere you look. You'll see these wonderful seaport signs. If you're staying at any of these hotels near the convention center, then you will have Seaport Village right in your backyard. Beautiful water fountains are everywhere in Seaport Village. There are plenty of places to sit. It's easy to get around here. The streets are all very well marked. You may even find yourself romanticizing about times in the past when you fell in love with an old seafaring pirate. Who doesn't love a good antique carousel? This carousel that is located in Seaport Village was built in 1895, but it didn't make its way here until much later. But we were so happy that it's here. If you want to learn more about the artist and the craftsmen who made these beautiful carousels, yes, just like the carousel that was originally placed at Coney Island, you could read all about it when you're here at Seaport Village. One of the most famous harbors at Seaport Village is called Tuna Harbor. And this is where all the tuna fish boats uh, pull in and bring in their catch of the day. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but San Diego was one of the biggest tuna ports for fishing in probably the world for a long time. But then the waters became overfished. So, sometime in the 1970s, the amount of tuna that was coming into this port started to dwindle away a bit. However, there still are fishermen that bring their tuna here for the local restaurants and for the local people to come down to the harbor. And we got to take a look at all of that. We were really fortunate on the day that we were walking by to see one of these tuna fish boats come in. And yes, those are the tunas with their faces and heads already cut off, and they're just being drained so that they can go on to be sold. People just walked up and named their price, and they kind of haggled over these wonderful pieces of tuna that I'm sure were somebody's sushi that night. If you're staying nearby at one of the hotels, it's great to get out and take a stroll and go ahead and grab some coffee or some wonderful little nibbles in the morning. And we had just that at the wonderful Spill the Beans coffee and bagel. If you're looking for a bigger, more filling breakfast, check out the Crack Taco Shop at Seaport Village, where you can get these wonderful San Diego burritos filled with all kinds of wonderful eggs and potatoes and other fillings. While they may be a bit on the pricey side, they are guaranteed to be hearty and keep you full right through lunchtime. There are plenty of places to snack, like Wetzel's Pretzels, Who doesn't love a wonderful German pretzel while you're strolling through Seaport Village? There are so many styles of food and food options while you're walking through Seaport Village. This is Louisiana Charlie's. They do Cajun food and some great barbecue. Look at this smoker. But if you want something beyond brisket, you could certainly get red beans and rice or crab boil or catfish. So many wonderful, fantastic options. If you're into burgers, this is a place you do not want to miss. This is the San Diego Burger Company, where we had one of the most amazing burgers that we've ever had. And we'll be talking about that a little bit more in our next episode and showing you that. But it was fantastic. Make sure you get extra napkins if you do go to the San Diego Burger Company. They also have this giant burger called the Goliath Burger. I'm not sure that I could even get my mouth around this one, but it looks so delicious. Another great option when you're walking around Seaport Village is Mr. Moto's Pizza. Sure, they had wonderful pizza and cold beer and a place to even sit outside. You can get all the standard sweet tooth fare like you would normally see in any touristy area, like the Ben and Jerry's ice cream. You could even sit on the cow and enjoy your ice cream. If you're into sweets, you're going to want to pay attention to what's coming up next. We not only had an opportunity to get a look at what's happening at Seaport Fudge Factory, we got to talk with the founder and the owner who has had this shop since 1991, I believe.
Good morning. How are you?
Always well, how are you?
I am well. I have a food blog and I'm doing a little podcast on all the places to go in San Diego.
Morning. This is Seaport Fudge Factory in Seaport Village that is in downtown looking over the marina and the harbor. Um, we've been here since 1991 and we make everything in-house from our caramel apples, fudge, beautiful pastries, fresh baked cookies are just some of the treats. Enjoy. When you're here in Seaport, please stop by and say hello.
If you're thirsty and you're craving craft beer, you're in the right city. San Diego has some of the most amazing breweries, and there's one located right here in Seaport Village that we really found as our favorite. Our favorite place to hang out and drink beer was at Mike Hess Brewing. Now, they have the upstairs and the downstairs. And from the upstairs, we just saw amazing views of the harbor. I could sit there all afternoon, just watch the sun set. It was gorgeous, and what a good time. If wine is your thing, not to worry. There are plenty of options for that as well in Seaport Village. We stopped here at the Edgewater Bar and Grill, not for food, but first of all, we stopped because they had this beautiful arrangement of succulents out front, and we decided to go in and try out a mimosa flight. All right, so that was just a little bit about what we saw and what we experienced in Seaport Village. But next up, we're going to talk about our favorite food finds in San Diego. So we'll get in a little bit deeper and show you some of the foods that we actually tried, not only in Seaport Village, but all over San Diego. You're going to want to watch that one. Make sure that you queue up this next episode.